mind, I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Cap Nation Live. Finally live, getting everything running. Everything haywire this morning. Software needing update, this and that. Try and do one thing, and this software needs to update. Try and do that, and something else needs to update. But nonetheless, 20 minutes fucking later, we are here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy NFL Sunday. The 28th, week 12 in the NFL. College football is about done. Man, season has been going by super. I see my camera lens has moved, but hey, nonetheless, whatever. You guys get the picture. But anyways, you guys get me on the screen, and if you don't get me on the screen, who cares? What's going on, everybody? Welcome. You see we got a lively little crowd this morning. Not going to be live for too long, but we're going to run over some NFL and see what kind of damage that we can do early on for you guys. And Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving is finally done. To the jackasses that were not happy that I wasn't sitting in the office with a thumb up my ass on Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving. Well, you know what? Fuck you. There's a thing called a life outside of work, but I still work 7 days a week, mind you. 7 days a week. I never get a day off. Never get a true day off in this industry. That is for sure. Reginald, my brother, what's going on? Hopefully you're doing well. Joe Free, I'm doing fantastic. How are you, sir? I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather be at home today and kicking up and enjoying time with the little one. But hey, you gotta work. So, but nonetheless, we're here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll, and we are ready to have some fun. So, I know I got a couple texts. I know they emailed out, and so for the Sunday NFL Guarantee Play, the cutoff time is 10:30. Is 7 p.m. Eastern time. The cutoff time is 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, everybody has plenty of time if you're not already on the Sunday NFL Guarantee Play to get on board. Everybody's got time. Everybody's got time for that one. Personal plays went 2-1 yesterday. Should have fucking swept the board on that one. 2 points away from sweeping the board on that. Premium plays went 2-1 as well. We'll take it. Guaranteed Saturday. Clemson did what they needed to do. They put up the points that I expected them to put up. I expected South Carolina, actually everybody here at the company was expecting South Carolina to put up at least 2 touchdowns. At least 2 touchdowns would be good, but nope. South Carolina shit the bed. Put up the giant, mighty goose egg on us yesterday. And no sorry Bob there. I am playing some college basketball. I've got a college basketball game on my plays that I sent out. Premium plays also include a college basketball play today, including NFL, obviously. And there's some interesting lines. Just going over the games for today in no particular order. Titans and the Patriots. Titans catching 7.5. I get it. The Patriots are tough. Patriots are playing great football. And the Patriots are at home, but 7.5 seems like a lot. Jets and the Texans. The Jets are a dog against the Texans. Wow. Jets catching 3 against the Texans. Of all teams, the Texans. Eagles laying 3.5 minus $1.20 at BetOnline currently against the Giants. They were laying 4. The Buccaneers laying 2.5 minus 103 or minus 155 on the money line against the Colts on the road. The Falcons are laying 1.5 against Jacksonville. In Jacksonville. The Panthers and the Dolphins. It's at Pick'em. The Steelers catching 3.5 on the road against the Bengals. Are they going to get swept by the Bengals for the season series? Possibly. Chargers on the road in Denver. Chargers laying 2.5 against Denver. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, no problem. Just send me a message. Send me a message, brother. Vikings travel to San Francisco. Vikings are catching 3.5. That line is moving. That line is moving. Rams at the Packers. You're going to give Aaron Rodgers 1.5 at home against the Rams? Interesting. Mo says Tampa 0-5 on the road versus spread. That they are. That they are. The Browns versus the Ravens. The Browns on the road in Baltimore. Browns catching 3 at minus 105. Interesting games from start to finish. The highest total on the board is the Bucs and the Colts game at 53. At 53 is the highest total on the board. The lowest total is 41 currently. Actually, you can get it at 40.5, and that's the Panthers and the Dolphins game. By the way, daily free play video is out. Daily free play video is out, just so you guys all know. Second. I was logging into everything, and apparently what I needed to open didn't open. Let's try that again. Black Friday sales are going on strong. You guys are close to missing them if you're not already on them. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. I do apologize. And then we're going to jump right into it. All right. Sorry. Okay, so little NFL action today. Give me one more second. Hold on. Okay. We're back. We're back. Brad says the Giants are going to find a way to cover today. Possibly. All right, so I'm logging into the live odds. That way we can start breaking down the games. And we're pulling up the games as well. Hopefully we'll have them up here shortly. That way we can jump right into it. How about college football yesterday? How about upset day yesterday, huh? Some great college football games yesterday, that is for sure. Alrighty. Week 12 resumes today after having Friday and Saturday off. We had that great Thanksgiving football. Let's start out and we're going to bounce around in no particular order. I'm going to see how many games that we can get through, because we're not going to be live for too long. But nonetheless, let's see what we can get into. We'll start with the Jets and the Texans. We'll start with the Jets and the Texans game first. The Jets 2-8 straight up, 2-8 against the spread. Texans 2-8 straight up, 5-5 against the spread, 4-6 to the over. Texans coming off a win, 23-13 win over the Titans, where they just completely shut down Tannehill, who had 4 turnovers in that game. Not only did they win the game, but they were a 10-point dog, so obviously they covered the spread. That game went way under the total. Their 2 last games did go under the total. 4 of their last 5 games have also gone under the total. Unlike the Jets, which obviously the Jets' last game did go over, or did stay under the total of 45.5, where it was a 24-17 loss to the Dolphins, where they were a 3.5-point dog. But previously, before that, they had 6 straight games that went over. The Jets, I know, crazy, huh? 6 straight games for the Jets played before that where they went over. Their season total 6-4 to the over, whereas it's exact opposite for the Texans. The Jets 17-5-3 against the spread their last 25 games on the road against lesser scoring teams that average 18.5 points a game or less. When the Jets play an anemic offense team, they generally cover the spread. Line on this one, Jets +3, Texans laying 3, over and under sitting at 44.5 points. Houston is just 1-9 against the spread the last 10 games versus an opponent after having to play the Dolphins. And the Texans 17-7-1 to the over against poor rushing defenses that yield more than 4.5 run yards per attempt. The Jets defense is giving up 4.6 yards per carry and 132 a game on the ground. They're also giving up 282 in the air at 8 yards per passing attempt. The Jets are -15 on turnovers, and they give up 32 points a game. But you have to ask yourself, can these Texans even put up any points? Well, they put up 22 against the Titans. They put up just 9 against the Dolphins. They put up 22 in a loss to the Rams. There was a 2-week stretch against Arizona and Indianapolis where they put up a combined 8 points in 2 games. They got shut out against Buffalo, although the Patriots did let them put up, 22 on them? Betting an over in this one, and even before I get into the other numbers, with the exception of the offense and defense, something is going to break. You have 2 absolute shit pile defenses. They average giving up a total of 57.1 points a game. The Texans' run defense ain't any better. They give up 4.5 yards per carry and 133 a game on the ground. They also give up 256 in the air at 7.4 yards per passing attempt. If you take out the offensive numbers and you look at just defensive numbers, the game goes over. However, you have to ask yourself, can these teams score enough to pop a total of 44.5? Offensively, they average 32.8 points a game combined between the 2 offenses. Both's running game is subpar. With the Jets averaging 79 rushing yards a game at 3.8 yards per carry. The Texans average 3.2 yards per carry at 76 yards per game on the ground. Their passing game ain't any better. Although the Jets do average 259 in the air, it's just a measly 6.5 yards per passing attempt. The Texans average 195 a game 195 a game in the air at 6 yards per passing attempt as well. Now, Joe Flacco, who came in, to try and be the Jets savior last week, injured. He's not playing this week. We get old Zach Wilson. Wilson is returning, set to return today against Tyrod Taylor. What can we expect between this? Interceptions? Some fumbles? Most definitely. Underdogs 4-0-1 against the spread. In the last 5 meetings, the underdogs have covered 4 games. And they have not lost a bet if you bet the underdogs the last 5 times these two teams have met. Zach Wilson back. Maybe that sparks the Jets offense that scored 17 points for 2 consecutive games against the Dolphins and the Bills. They did have 30 in a loss to the Colts, 34 in a win against the Bengals. So they've got 64 points over the last 3 games. If I had to choose, I would take the over in this one because the defenses are so shitty. Zach Wilson should be able to give them an opportunity for a play down the field if he can stay on his feet. As far as this game goes, I do lean towards the over. For the full game. But I think the Jets will probably be competitive against the Texans. Now, the Texans coming off their huge win against the Titans, 23-13 shutdown, or 22-13, excuse me. I'm expecting the Texans to come out and have a letdown game after their monster win. But I like the Jets' first half team total over 9.5. I think they get a touchdown and a field goal. The only problem is if they fuck up an extra point, which the Jets seem to do all the time, then we're screwed. But I think the Jets get a field goal as well as a touchdown. Now, if they make that extra point, remains to be seen. Stanley, my brother in Hawaii, thank you for jumping on board the Black Friday sale for a year of my personal place for $1,200. Glad to have you on board for another year to keep the money train rolling. Glad to have you on board, sir. Just sent you a text message thanking you. I know you're already on them, but hell of a deal. $100 a month. We're going to put the Jets' first half team total over 9.5 up on the board. I think the only thing that screws us up is if the Jets shank an extra point. I know it's crazy. We got something rolling on the Jets. Jets first half team total over 9.5. And that is in the first half. Courtesy of our friends over at betonline.ag. All right, we're going to keep it rolling. We're not going to be live for too long, but we're going to keep it rolling. Because I do have to go here in a little bit. Game starting in 38 minutes. Eagles and the Giants. This is a game that really perked my interest. So for starters, I do not have $1 on this game. I do not have $1 on the Jets, or excuse me, the Eagles and the Giants game. Shane, I didn't say the Jets win or the Jets cover. T-Money says your book has over 10.5. Well, I'd go sign up at betonline.ag. It's good to have multiple books for instances like this. And make sure when you sign up for betonline.ag, you go to our website. On the very front of it, there's a link. Click on that link, follow those instructions, send me a screenshot of your deposit of $50 or more, and you'll get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free just for opening up a BetOnline account. The Giants 6-0-1 to the under. Their last 7 games at home under their current head coach. The Giants 4-11 against the spread their last 15 games at home as an underdog of 7 or less points at home. The Eagles 6-1 against the spread their last 7 games on the road, revenging a loss against the Giants. I tried putting road and revenge all in one word to, speed it up a little faster. The Eagles 5-6 straight up, 6-5 against the spread, 6-5 to the over. The Giants just 3-7 straight up, 5-5 against the spread, 3-6-1 to the over. We all know Giants got rid of their offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett is out. Right before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. What's going on, Mo? As far as this game, Hurts against Jones. Jones is far enough in his career where we should be starting to see signs of a great quarterback. We just don't. The strides that he's making from year to year are just not where they should be, in my opinion. Line on this one, Giants come in +4 at home. The Eagles laying 4 -105, which means you get them at -3.5, -$1.15. Total on this one sitting at the 45 mark. Eagles have won 3 out of their last 4 games, including 2 straight. Their last game beating the Saints 40-29 and beating Denver 30-13 in Denver. Before that, they had the loss against the Chargers 27-24. And before that, they had the 44-6 beat down over the Lions, which has started their 3 out of 4 game winning streak. The Giants, on the other hand, have won in their last 4 games, 1 loss, 1 loss. They lost to Tampa Bay in last week's showdown, 30-10. They beat the Raiders 23-16. They lost to Kansas City 20-17. And they beat the Panthers 25-3. Talk about inconsistent. Over the total is 8-1 in the last 9 games in this head-to-head series. Except the last game. Last meeting went under. Taking a look how they played last year. In October, the Eagles got the 22-21 victory, if you guys remember that game. Then in middle of November, the Giants revenged that loss, beating them 27-17. Mo A says overs are good on the Giants and the Phillies. I think we see some points in this one, folks. For the overall game, I think we see some points. When you take a look at the offense, Philadelphia is averaging 27 points a game. They put up 40 in their last game, 30 and 24 and 44. 22, 22, 21. Take a look at the Giants. Yeah, they got shut out or not shut out, but they were held down to just 10 against the Bucks. They put up 23 against the Raiders, 17 against Kansas City, and 25 against Carolina. The Giants average 18.9 points a game compared to the 27 of the Eagles. Eagles averaging 5 yards per carry at 153 a game on the ground and 200 yards in the air at 6.8 yards per passing attempt. Giants average 93 yards a game on the ground, 4 yards per carry. Still not a bad number. And they average 230 in the air at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. The defenses give up a combined 48.2 points per game. Run defense seems to be very similar, with the Eagles giving up 117 a game on the ground at 4.1 yards per carry, and the Giants give up 120 a game on the ground at 4.4 yards per carry. That passing defense, nearly identical numbers. The Eagles give up 6.7 yards per passing attempt at 232 in the air overall, and the Giants give up 6.6 yards per passing attempt at 256 in the air. Turnovers, both are in the plus category. Giants +1, Eagles +3. I see the offenses and defenses very similar in this one. I think we see a shootout. I think this one comes down to the very end, unless the Eagles are just playing way better football than I'm giving them credit for, which I know they're playing good football the last couple of games, but that was against the Lions, the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Saints. Whereas in the Giants' last 4 games, they've played Carolina, Kansas City, Vegas, and Tampa Bay. Quality opponent, I'd have to lean towards the Giant side being a little tougher. As far as this one goes, I like the over. I like the over 45, and I like it enough to bet it. This will be another one that I bet, and I don't have a dollar on it yet, but when we get off the live show, I will be betting it. But we're going to put this one on the board. Now, this is not a huge play or anything like that. To me, it's a $300 to $500 wager, whereas on premium plays and personal plays, I'll have $3,000 to $5,000 on a game. So if I have $3,000 on a game and this is worth $300 to $500, it's a fifth to a sixth of what I normally bet. There's rare pair to always go the opposite. It says under in the Giants. By all means, bet the under in the Giants. Let me know how it works out for you. But I do like the over. I think we see a close game. Now, we may not see a lot of scoring early in this one, but I think the scoring comes on personally. I think they each put up some points in the first half, but I think they turn on the Jets late in the third quarter, and we see a shootout down the stretch between these two quarterbacks. Eagles, Giants. Over 45. Over 45 for the money. Real quick, because I am going to get going here shortly. I'm going to blow through a couple of these without doing full breakdowns. But Falcons and the Jags. Falcons and the Jags. What to say about this one? I don't like either of these teams. But I actually had quite a few people ask me, what do I like in this game? What do I like in the Falcons and the Jags game? I don't like anything. I don't like the total. I don't like the side. But if you made me choose, and this is what I've told everybody, if you have made me choose, I mean, they're both 4-6 against the spread. Falcons are 5-5 to the over. Jacksonville's 2-8 to the over. We get a total of 45.5. Jacksonville hasn't scored more than 17 points in 4 weeks? I don't think we see a lot of points. The Falcons have lost 2 straight, and they've scored a total of 3 points in 2 games. Now, both of these teams are due for a monster scoring affair. I'm just not going to be a part of it. If you made me choose, I choose the Falcons. But the Jags are at home, looking for a win, so I'm going to stay off of it. But if I was going to choose, it would be the Falcons on the money line, minus $1.20, rather than laying 1.5 minus 108. I'd lay 12 cents more to have to win by 1. But again, full disclaimer, I'm not betting it. All right? I'm not betting it. Had a lot of people ask me about that game. Now, Panthers and the Dolphins. Daily free play video is out. If you haven't already noticed, the daily free play video is out. And I do have a play on that one on a first half team total. And if you want to know what we're on, you need to go watch that video. Sorry, not a first half team total, full game team total. First half team total is here, the Jets game. But if you want to know what we're on for the Panthers and the Dolphins, go watch the daily free play video. Now, I will tell you this much. I'm rooting for Cam. I don't have a dollar on the side, but I'm rooting for the return of Cam Newton. I'd love to see the success of him. And sad that he's back with the Panthers and not getting a quality start. But we've seen what he's not capable of doing. Cam is Cam. He's not resurrecting his career. He's pulling an RG3 and he's playing leader duty until Darnold is back. And that's it. So, take this game for what it's worth. But I do lean towards the Panthers only because I'm rooting for Cam. That's it. But if you want to know what we're on, we've got a full game team total, and it's in the daily free play video. Alrighty. We'll discuss Monday Night Football tomorrow when we go live. Tomorrow, Steelers at the Bengals. Now, we have a premium play on the total on this one, so I'm not going to discuss that. I'm going to stay off of the total. But the side on this one, Steelers trying to revenge the loss earlier in the season in week 3 where they lost 24-10. The Steelers are a team that I just haven't been able to figure out this year. They beat the Bills in week 1. They lose 3 straight to Vegas, the Bengals, and the Packers. Tough schedule to start the season in your first 4 weeks. Then they beat Denver. They beat Seattle. They beat Cleveland, and they beat the Bears. They tie against the Lonely Lions. Obviously, no Big Ben at the helm, so that has a very big effect on that one. Then they lose outright to the Chargers last week by 4, 41-37, in an absolute shootout at the end. What to expect in today's game? At least on the side. By the way, underdogs have won the last 4 against the spread in this head-to-head matchup. The Steelers come in plus 3.5 currently. If I was going to do anything on this game, it would be the Steelers. Plain and simple. It would be the Steelers if I had to choose. I think the Steelers' numbers will keep them competitive, especially adding in Big Ben at the helm. Steelers are 23-5 in their last 28 games on the road against decent scoring teams that average 24 points a game or more. Bengals average 26.8. It's because Big Ben can generally keep up in the shootouts. Bengals 6-0-1 to the under after having to play the Raiders. Both teams are negative in the turnover department, -2 for the Steelers, -3 for the Bengals. I think this game may come down to he who has the ball last wins the game outright. I think the Steelers keep it close and they keep it competitive. As long as nobody gets hurt, barring an injury or anything like that, I think the Steelers can keep it close. So I do lean towards the Steelers plus the points, plus the 3.5 here. But that's what I lean towards. DT says 31-28 Steelers. Now, we do have a premium play on the total, and if you want to know what that is, you got to get on board. If you want to know if we're rolling with the over or the under, then you got to get on board. All right, folks. That is what I have for today. We'll be live tomorrow early in the morning to go over Monday Night Football and all of that good stuff. There's a chance that I'm going to be taking a drive tomorrow. So if I do, we'll do just a quick little rundown show like I do in the car or like I did in the Corvette the other day. Same thing. If I have to, I might have a last minute appointment that I can't get out of. So if that's the case, then we'll still go live. We'll still do our thing. All right, folks. I am out of here. Need you guys to always make sure that you guys are wagering responsibly and doing your thing. All right, folks, I am out. Enjoy your day. And let's make some money today. Sunday NFL Guarantee Play. Don't miss out. Only $50. Sign up by 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys all know these are the ones that we keep winning week after week after week after week after week after week because they're monsters. You guys want one monster win? Here you go. I just posted a link to it. If you're not on it, go get on it. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Good luck, everybody. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out the door.